Hey everyone, a little late. I did say this in the video that that didn't get played. That yesterday was PLL day, so happy PLL day. And you saw in the update video I was wearing my Atlas jersey. It was a Liam Enterman jersey, and I did show that, and that video didn't come out either. So here's to me re-recording my top 5 favorite lacrosse movies. Now, these are lacrosse movies that are about lacrosse, not movies or TV shows where there's an episode where they're talking about lacrosse or playing lacrosse. Although one is a TV show that's not about lacrosse, but lacrosse is in it throughout the series. So I'm going to talk about that as an honorable mention at the end. All right, here I go. Okay, I'm going to make this shorter and not add any opinions about the movie. I think that's what made it 10 minutes long. So my first favorite movie about lacrosse is from 2012. It's Crooked Arrows. It's about a poor indigenous high school in upstate New York that has a lacrosse team. And the rivalry is a rich prep school called Coventry. And the main character who turns up to be the coach, Joe Logan, played for Coventry, and he missed the goal that could have won him the 1998 championship, and he quit lacrosse because of that, and he kind of went out of the indigenous world, and was an assistant manager at a Native American casino. And so everyone was shunning him and ashamed of him. And so his father gave him a spiritual quest to coach that lacrosse team and get back to his roots. So yeah, that's the basic synopsis of it. My second favorite lacrosse movie is from 2018, and you can find it on Netflix. It's based on a true story. It's called The Grizzlies. It's about a teacher teaching in an Arctic area of Canada who has a lacrosse background, and he eventually brings lacrosse to these kids. Now, this is the only movie where it's about box lacrosse. And the reason why, they play box lacrosse is because there's snow all over. So they play in a gymnasium. They don't play in a hockey rink. But the goalie is still dressed like a box goalie. But the thing that threw me off at the end was that, they go to Toronto to play a field lacrosse game. That just kind of threw it off because there's no other movies about box lacrosse. So, make it, well, maybe stick to box lacrosse, but maybe that was part of the true story. I don't know. My third favorite lacrosse movie never actually came out on DVD. It's from 1999. It's called The Creator's Game. Story's a little confusing. It's about a guy on the indigenous reservation who wanted to coach football, and he has a big lacrosse background, and his dad has a certain amount of time to pay the rent for his store, or he gets evicted. So I'm not sure if he's so he ends up coaching a fall ball lacrosse team, and he also, purposely plays in the game when they look like they're losing, which they didn't like. But I don't know if he's doing it to graduate or to help his dad make money for the store. That part confused me a little bit. But, sadly you can't find this movie on YouTube. Usually movies that only came out on VHS you can. But you can look for it on eBay, and if you If you're my age, maybe you have your VCR. If you're much younger than me, ask your parents if they have their VCR and play the VHS. All right. My fourth favorite lacrosse movie is a documentary, and it's about Paul Rabel and Mike Rabel starting the PLL, and it's about the PLL and how it formed, So there is an upsetting part where, like, Paul Rabel, flips out in the Atlas locker room. I guess that's probably why he got traded, but, I've heard stories that he's not a very good teammate. So, it's on Hulu, and I think it came out last year or 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I think. All right. The last movie, number 5, I picked is Warrior's Heart. I didn't like the character very much. I thought he was kind of a brat. He didn't go out on the field. He was in the locker room listening to music because he was cut from the roster. And, he eventually, learned some challenges along the way. And, Adam Beach, one of the most famous indigenous actors, does a terrific job on it. He was on the TV show Law and Order. He was in the movies Smoke Signals and Squanto. Yeah, you may recognize him. My honorable mention goes to the TV show Teen Wolf. It's based on, like, the movie with Michael J. Fox from 1985 where he's playing basketball. And this TV show series came out in 2011. And I think it lasted 6 seasons, but a lot of the storyline relates to him playing lacrosse on his lacrosse team. So this isn't a lacrosse movie, but there's a lot of lacrosse in it. I didn't finish it. I saw a good number of episodes, but, I guess I'll recommend it, for you other fellow lacrosse lovers. Okay, so that's my list. There aren't really a lot of movies about lacrosse, and there's scenes in movies and TV shows like King of the Hill and The Office and the movies Mean Girls and American Pie where there's lacrosse in it. But still, that's just a scene. Those are scenes that have lacrosse in it. It doesn't have lacrosse throughout like that last TV show. I gave an honorable mention to Teen Wolf. So, hope you check all these out. All right. Happy PLL day from yesterday. All right, later.